WWE Champion, and it seems like we're just a long way away from seeing it. And I really want to see Kane have at least one more WWE Championship run between now and the time he retires. You would think by now he would be WWE or World Heavyweight Champion after 1 year since his re-emergence as the Resurrected Kane, and that really disappoints me, and that really is where a lot of my frustration for Kane's character comes from. The fact that this guy should be WWE Champion for 6 to 8 months. He should be feuding with Wade Barrett and Dolph Ziggler, who are top New Talent Initiative superstars who are up for championships. Wade Barrett and Dolph Ziggler undoubtedly, in my mind, are future WWE or World Heavyweight Champions, with Wade Barrett now solidifying himself as the top contender to the Intercontinental Championship of Kofi Kingston, and Dolph Ziggler still holding that briefcase for the SmackDown World Championship match he will receive sometime between now and next July. I think that you can pretty much guarantee these guys are going to be future WWE or World Champions. It's just a matter of time for both those guys, and I think that Kane feuding with these guys for the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship would be astonishing with Kane as champion, or even Daniel Bryan as WWE or World Champion. More so Kane. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be biased and say that I want Kane to be the champion more so than I want Daniel Bryan, because as this reign continues for Kane and Daniel Bryan from week to week, it becomes more evident that the only one benefiting from the run of Team Hell No as the tag team champions is Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is consistently being the one emphasized on. I love the arguing of Kane and Daniel Bryan, I have to tell you that, because it really provides us with a comical relief. Now, if you listen to last week's video blog, I referred to Kane as a comical idiot. Really, for about 6 out of those 15 years he's been with WWE, that's really all Kane's character has been used for, is a bit of a comical reprieve, and that's what you're seeing with the arguing. You're being more amused than you are interested in what's happening for Kane and Daniel Bryan. I've always been a fan of idiocy in professional wrestling, and I'm not going to deny that ever, because I love how wrestlers turn their careers around after doing something completely stupid and unexpected, and benefiting by winning a major championship or getting a chance to main event against a talent like The Undertaker or Triple H. I loved what they did with CM Punk, and I love what they're doing with Daniel Bryan, even though I don't really agree with him benefiting more than Kane. Again, I'll clarify for you, if Kane and Daniel Bryan were benefiting equally from being a tag team, I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's just, it's too much one-sided for me. I love the comical reprieve we receive from Kane and Daniel Bryan. It's just, it's not going anywhere. Eventually what's going to happen is a team like the Primetime Players are going to knock Kane and Daniel Bryan off. We're going to see a feud between Kane and Daniel Bryan, and when that feud is over, we'll at least know then what direction Kane and Daniel Bryan careers are headed in. And if it's not in the direction of being WWE or World Champion by the second half of 2013, I'm just going to lose all interest in Kane and Daniel Bryan's careers from a singles perspective, because I think there is absolutely no excuse as to why you cannot push Kane and Daniel Bryan as effectively as singles competitors as you can as tag team champions. I mean, if you have to, give the tag team championships to the Primetime Players. They are the #1 contenders. Have Kane and Daniel Bryan defend the titles against them at WWE TLC. The Primetime Players benefit by winning the tag team titles after capitalizing on a bit of frustration from Kane and Daniel Bryan, similar to how they lost a handicap match to the world champion, The Big Show, recently on SmackDown. Because of their lack of communication, Kane and Daniel Bryan cough up the tag team titles to the Primetime Players. The Primetime Players go on to represent the tag team division better than Kane and Daniel Bryan ever could have. And then Kane and Daniel Bryan go on to feud with one another for a few months, and then Kane or Daniel Bryan benefit by becoming either WWE or World Champion. And how fucked up would this scenario be if Kane was WWE Champion and got that meaningful run that I'm hoping for him to have, and Daniel Bryan was World Champion for the second run of World Champion in his career? I mean, both of them could benefit by winning the WWE and World Championships by WrestleMania. I know The Rock versus John Cena is a rumor at WrestleMania 29 for the WWE Championship, but like always in WWE, plans have been known to change. And I'd love it if Kane and Daniel Bryan were WWE World Champions by WrestleMania 29, and John Cena versus The Rock was just a one-on-one match based on beating the respect out of one another like it was last year. I'd love it. But it seems like we're a long way away from seeing it, and the most obvious thing that will happen is Kane and Daniel Bryan will eventually implode. They'll have a little feud, and then their careers after the feud is over will still be in the same predicament and situation that it was in even before Kane and Daniel Bryan were tag team champions, and that's a predicament of them going absolutely nowhere with their careers, and it's just a shame. I really do feel for Kane fans, and I feel for Daniel Bryan fans, because I know, as hard as it is believed for many wrestling fans, Kane and Daniel Bryan do have a fair number of fans out there, especially Kane, and to see this done with Kane's character is absolutely unacceptable, honestly, and I just wish both of them were benefiting equally. But as time goes on, it becomes more evident that Daniel Bryan is the one who's benefiting and who's getting all the fan support, and that's pathetic, honestly, because you have this newly emerged Kane who could be having so much done with his character, who could be feuding with the top new talent industry superstars and making them look good. Just because he's WWE champion doesn't mean that he can't make someone like Wade Barrett look as good as if he were one half of the tag team champions or didn't have a tag team title at all. For some reason, it's either WWE believe Kane is more effectively promoted without a championship and, being in a tag team than being a WWE champion or world champion, and I don't know why. I mean, if you had Kane be as dominant as he was in the first half of 2012 and put the WWE Championship on him, the ratings would go through the roof. They would be even higher than they were in 2009 when you had guest celebrities as general managers for Monday Night Raw. And it's just beyond me why they're not doing it. And you look at the fan support that Daniel Bryan has gotten from this team of Kane, and you apply that to a World Heavyweight Championship run on SmackDown, while Kane is tearing up Raw as the WWE Champion on Raw, and you have two awesome champions. I mean, you have a fantastic opportunity, but for some reason, you're just consistently dropping the ball with Kane and Daniel Bryan over and over and over and over again. And another thing, too, that's absolutely terrible is the fact that it's taking away from what teams like the Primetime Players and the Rhodes Scholars could be doing for the tag team division. I mean, Cody Rhodes is another guy who's had a substantial amount of tag team experience. He was one half of the tag team champions with Legacy, with Ted DiBiase. He was one half of the tag team champions recently. So I think that, putting the tag team titles on him with Damian Sandow would be fantastic for his character, and it will go a long way in benefiting him and the WWE tag team division, if anything. So I'm just at a loss, with Kane and Daniel Bryan. I just wish something was being done more productive with them. I invite you to tell me what you think of Kane and Daniel Bryan as tag team champions. Do you think this team should stay? If you have an opinion you would like to contribute, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/HEWentertainment. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/JonathanClarke1, and you can watch me on YouTube. By the way, our Twitter account will be tweeting a lot of Kane and Daniel Bryan videos over the next few weeks in anticipation of what I'm hoping to be the implosion of Kane and Daniel Bryan as a team. Another team like the Primetime Players or the Rhodes Scholars come in at a pay-per-view like TLC or the Royal Rumble, win the titles, and then Kane and Daniel Bryan have a little feud, and then it eventually benefits Kane and Daniel Bryan as they go on to win accolades like the WWE or World Heavyweight Championships. I know we're a long way away from seeing it, and it's probably a long shot in me saying that, but I think it would be great, and it would do both of their characters an incredible amount of justice. And as I said, from NXT Season 1, compared to what Wade Barrett and Darren Young and Skip Sheffield offered to the show, Daniel Bryan looked like a fucking idiot. And when he started winning singles championships, his career just took off. And if anything, this tag team run with Kane is really holding Daniel Bryan back, and more so, it's holding Kane back, because by now, 1 year after his re-emergence as the Resurrected Kane, like I talked about last week for my video blog, Kane has really had nothing done with his character for at least 300 days out of the 365-day year that we have been through. And I just hope by the first half or second half of 2013 something more productively beneficiary is being done, especially for Kane, because I really do feel for the Kane and Daniel Bryan fans that are out there. I'm hoping we're going to see the implosion. I hope we're going to see a feud between Kane and Daniel Bryan, and hopefully it'll be for a championship. I don't know. But, there are so many things that can be done. Some of the things I threw your way is give Daniel Bryan the Intercontinental title, give Kane the WWE or World title, give him that one meaningful run. There is so much you can do for both these characters. I just see them being held back from week to week to week to week to week, and really there's no need of it, and something needs to be done before someone like Daniel Bryan is released and another incredible talent in the way of a John Morrison is lost by WWE. If you have an opinion you would like to contribute on the Kane and Daniel Bryan situation I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks for video blogs on youtube.com/JonathanClarke22, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube is how you can get in touch with me. Next week on the show, I'll be talking about a new video game I played for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. This is astonishing. Jay-Z was the producer of this game, and it was absolutely unbelievable having the chance to sit down and experience this. It's NBA 2K13, available now on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. If you haven't seen the trailer for NBA 2K13 from 2K Sports, head to twitter.com/JonathanClarke1 to get you ready for the review of NBA 2K13. I'll be throwing your way next week on youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. You will not believe what I have to say about that game. If you haven't seen the trailer, head to twitter.com/JonathanClarke1. Along with that, some additional NBA 2K13 tweaks are available on our Twitter account. It was an astonishing experience, and I'll share you my opinion on the game next week. So make sure you join us on youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. It's available now on PS3 and Xbox 360. It's a couple of weeks to Christmas, so over the next few weeks, in addition to video blogs and reviews and all kinds of stuff, we're going to be throwing in a little bit of a Christmas feel for you as well, so listen for that. Hopefully we'll get a Christmas special in where I'll be playing some Christmas music for you. That still has to be confirmed, so keep listening to HEW Entertainment over the next few days, as we're just about 24 days away from Christmas of 2012. But next week, it's NBA 2K13 up for review for PS3 and Xbox 360. I hope you can join us when I share with you my opinion on perhaps the greatest basketball game ever created by Jay-Z for Xbox 360 and PS3. Check the trailer out on Twitter at twitter.com/JonathanClarke1. In addition to that,